Have you ever heard the word manifestation? To manifest things. Well, everybody, whether you've heard it or not, whether you are Christian or Muslim, whether you are rich or poor, whether you are tall or dark, whether you are fat or slim, whether you are this race or that race, it doesn't matter. Everybody actually practices manifestation just like we breathe every day of our life. Manifestation is simply your prayer. Or to put it in a more simple way, your prayer is a way to manifest things in your physical world. In other words, your prayer is a way to create. So manifestation is simply creating. So what does that simply mean? It simply means to bet something, give something right of bet in your physical world so you can enjoy it, experience it, etc., etc. That's what the manifestation you'll be hearing about means. Okay? Today, I want to show you how you can manifest simple way. That means how those your prayers can be answered. And by the way, prayers simply means your wishes, those dreams you have, the heart desires that you have, that you want to come into, to be manifested into your physical world. Those are simply what prayers mean. And now you also understand the linkage between praying and manifestation. But what we want to really do today is to teach you how to manifest in a very simple way using what I call revision principle. And what does that mean? My name is Abushi from the Deaf Foundation, a non-religious organization that teaches the Bible as a map of inner transformation. By that, we mean that the teachings of the Bible are not exoteric, rather they are esoteric teachings, meaning there are hidden deeper meanings in all of those teachings. And they are not literal teachings. And those deeper meanings, hidden deeper meanings, are simply the psychological drama that is taking place in your consciousness. Okay? That is your imagination. And what is between your imagination. Okay? We hold our live sessions every Sunday at 9 a.m. on Gente Facebook page and Deaf Foundation IP YouTube channel. In those our live sessions, we reveal the deeper meanings of the Bible teachings, which are psychological dramas that are taking place in your consciousness, so that you can apply it for transformative living. What we mean by transformative living is you apply it, and it works without you having to resort to looking for spiritual director or babalawo or prophet or prophetess or geo or pastor this and all of those things. Every human being have the power in them, and the Bible are the tools to help you navigate, utilize, and operate that power. That's what we simply teach at the Deaf Foundation. So make sure you join us this coming Sunday on those social media channels I have just mentioned. So back to how to manifest things in your world, meaning how to create the kind of experiences you want to have in your world, is simply by understanding what the Bible meant in Mark 11:24, which simply says, when you pray, believe that you have already received your answer and you will receive it. Two things are happening there. Two states are involved. The first state is the state of desire. So when you still have that desire, when you still have that wish, when you still have that dream, it has not yet materialized into reality. It's still at that desire stage in your mental world, your world of psychology, or your consciousness. The desire is still there. That's one state that was captured in that Bible verse. The next is that Bible verse is also telling you how to now move from that state of desire to state of fulfillment. Okay, so movement from the state of desire to state of fulfillment is prayer. That's what prayer is. And that's an art that helps you bet things in your physical world, manifest things in your physical world. Okay, anything, okay, anything at all, anything you want to manifest is possible. You don't need to go to the mountain. You don't need to go for fasting and praying. You don't need to drink olive oil. You don't need to give all these offerings and tithes. All you need to do is to just obey that principle of revision in Mark 11:24. Okay, so like I said, there is the first state. There are two states there. One, state of desire. Two, state of fulfillment. So you now need to move from state of desire to state of fulfillment. Now, how do you move from state of desire to state of fulfillment? Okay, it's very simple. It's not rocket science. By the way, you've been doing it unconsciously, and that because everything you see in your physical world, like I always say, a drop of pin from your hand, you created it through this principle I'm about to explain. Okay, so it's something you've been doing. It's just that you have been doing it unconsciously. Now we want to teach you how to do it consciously, so that way you can change anything you want to change in your physical world, or you can bet any new thing you want to enjoy in your physical world. So how do you make that movement from the desire state to the fulfillment? You just need to use one framework, and that is, you ask yourself, how would I feel if this desire had already come to pass? How would I feel if this, my desire or my wishes or my dreams, however you want to call it, has already been fulfilled? You see, that question is what I call a question of power. So how would you feel the moment you ask yourself that question? You will see that inside of you, in your consciousness, you begin to fathom a particular feeling in relation to the manifested desire. So that feeling you fathom, you capture it and begin to feel it. Do you know what you have done? You have revised that state of desire toward state of fulfillment. You have successfully moved from a state of desire and, into a state of fulfillment. Apply this in everything you do, in all wishes you have. And it doesn't take you anything to do it. You can be standing here, nobody knows what is going on in your mind. Stand anywhere, sit anywhere, and implement this. In fact, I do it so much so that if, for example, I'm here and I receive bad news, I already know that no grandfather, forefather caused that bad news, or no uncle in the village is projecting any evil arrow to me. I already know that. I already know I created everything in my physical world. So the moment I receive a bad news, the first thing I do is to accept it, that this is by creation. But the good news here is that you have the power to now remake that particular situation into something new that you want. And do you know what I do? I just reverse, just like I have said now. So that news has come. That's the current state. I'll reverse it into a new state that I want to embody. This is the way to change anything in your physical world. Okay? Reversing any current situation into a new situation you want by asking yourself, how would I feel if this bad news is actually good news? And then you fathom that feeling, you capture that feeling. What you simply need to do is to hold on to that feeling, because you have moved from a state to another state. You have prayed successfully. So what you simply need to do is to hold on to that feeling and just go about your normal business. Okay? That way you have successfully prayed. Okay? And then what you must do next, and the final step, is to now persist on that feeling of your wish fulfilled. This is how to pray correctly. And by the way, let me also remind you that it doesn't matter, your race, your tribe, your religion, your skin color, whatever, for you to be able to, implement this principle. It doesn't matter. As far as you're a human being walking on the surface of this earth, you have an untapped force that is vast and powerful within you that you can use to mold your life as it seems pleasing to you. Join us every Sunday, like I said, for more life-changing instructions like this. See you this Sunday.